Hey, welcome to the 40 Finance channel, everybody. Today we're going to try to drum up some hot stock ideas using the user traffic patterns and chart recognition strategies in Yahoo Finance Plus. Not a lot of people know that within Yahoo Finance Plus, you can look at some of the traffic patterns and community insights from one of the world's biggest stock market websites. So this is a really cool way to get a feel for which stocks are trending, and there's a couple different ways to go about it. This video is sponsored by Yahoo Finance Plus, and if you like some of the tools that we go through today, make sure that you check out in the description for a special offer. You get 40% off your first month of Yahoo Finance Plus, in addition to a 14-day free trial. So if you want to dig into some of the data and the tools that you see on the screen here today, make sure you check out that special offer in the description. All right, so here we are in the market today, just before lunchtime on Wednesday. NASDAQ, Dow, and S&P 500, all three are looking very, very strong. And what we're going to do to get our stock ideas today, we're going to go to this Yahoo Finance Plus menu drop down. We're going to pick Community Insights, and that's going to take us here to this dashboard where we're going to get all this information about what users are doing on Yahoo Finance right now. And this is a pretty big deal because you're talking about, again, one of the biggest stock market websites across the world. And when you have that many users on a stock market website, there's always going to be some interesting nuggets to find. And right off the bat, they load this little trending tickers area across the top, and you can see we have Nordstrom, who actually just reported their earnings either last night or this morning. And you can see not only is the stock up 37%, but user visits are up 178% over the past 7 days. Then we've got Ford with user visits up 9%. SoFi that reported a quarter last night that most people were in favor of. They're surging triple digits on their user visits. And then Salesforce, they also reported, and their user visits are up plus 68%. And you can keep scrolling through these ideas. It looks like there's about 12 of them up here right now. And you do have some that reflect downward trends, right? So Roblox here, visits are down minus 77%. You can see the stock's having a slightly negative day. So it's not just all positives that play into these trending tickers. Now let's scroll down because this is the area that I kind of like the most because it's frequently visited sectors, or it breaks up the information into sectors is what I should say. So, for me, I'm pretty specific in like consumer and technology. So kind of cutting through some of this noise is super helpful. But let's just say for you, you wanted to focus on energy, which is a very hot trade right now. And you got some cool information here. So first of all, you can sort by market cap, high to low, low to high. Let me see if I can, there we go. Market cap, high to low, and you get a visits trend with the percentage score. And on the same token, you get today's price, average analyst rating, scrolling right through all of the top movers in the energy sector. And then from there, you can do your sort. So if you wanted most increase in visits over the last 7 days, you'd have BP. Looks like BP spiked maybe a couple of days ago from a visit perspective, and now it's coming down. And then obviously, you can go to the BP page and try to learn more about what's going on. If you're a Yahoo Finance Plus user, you also have access to Morningstar reports, performance outlook, and chart trends as well, which we'll get into here in just a little bit. All right, let's look at one more here. Let's go down to, how about technology? Because that's something I'm a little more comfortable with. And again, I'm going to sort by market cap, try to take out if there's any penny stocks or something like that. And Intuit, of all things, is sitting up here as the top market cap mover in terms of user visits. It looks like it spiked and has come down, but that's still plus 100% over the past 7 days. And you have a price change today, plus 3.45%. Analyst rating 1.8. And in Yahoo's world, the closer you are to 1, the more of a buy that it is. We also have Square, Workday, Palo Alto Networks, Dell, HP, Zscaler, ANSS, NetApp, EPAM, and RingCentral. All right, and if we scroll down even further on the Community Insights dashboard, you have the conversation metrics. And if you're not familiar, Yahoo has a message board basically for all of their stocks. And some of these are smaller cap stocks. You can see the prices, 316, 132. But you have others. There's Trade Desk is down here, listed as bullish conversation. And if we switch to bearish, we'll start to see some more recognizable names here in the short term. Peloton, eBay, Yandex, what else we got here? Pfizer and Twitter. Now, if you're not familiar, let's go to Peloton here. How this conversations board works, if you go to any of the Yahoo stock pages, this one just happens to be Peloton, obviously, and you go to conversations, there's a lot of people talking on the Yahoo website. And I do believe you have to be logged in, but you can basically share an opinion on Peloton, and then you're marking it bullish, neutral, bearish, which is how Yahoo is going to get some of this information on most bullish and most bearish. And then they give this bullish bearish score here over the last 7 days. And you can see on Peloton, no surprise, 93% were bearish. If we click back to bullish and we go down to Zoometica, that's 98% bullish on that one. So very interesting way to measure sentiment. And scrolling down even further, we have portfolio changes. So most folks that are in Yahoo Finance in general, they have some sort of portfolio, even if it's just a watch list. And in this portfolio changes section, they show which stocks have been the most added. Funny enough, you've got Sberbank of Russia. Russia's obviously has their hands full with their currency. So I don't know if that was just added as a watch from a lot of people, but 96% more ads over the past 7 days. Same with Paramount, and Car Gurus is another. Then if we go to most deleted, who took off stocks from their watch list, and we have BlackBerry, Corsair, Nano Dimension, Zynga, a lot of neat things in here, and then you get the score too. 58% in this case removed BlackBerry from one of their portfolios, and 42% on the flip side added to it. All right, so those are the community insights that we see, and now we have investment ideas up here at the top. And what's interesting about investment ideas, and this isn't my specialty, but it's really based on chart activity. So if we go down and let's pick a date range, let's just go over the last week, assuming that we need some fresh data. We want bullish trends. We want, I'm going to leave this idea type in here. I'd be more fundamental, but let's go with technical. Then you have the term, short, mid, long. You can even break it down into sectors here. And if you have portfolios, like I have a couple portfolios and watch lists, you can scan through those to see if there's any updates. Let's take a look at Rocket. This is actually a stock that I own, so makes it easy for me to talk about. And here's your, let's just do year to date. This hasn't been the best stock I've ever owned, but I will say that, in my opinion, Rocket is a world leader in mortgages. I feel very good about the company over the long term, but the short term has certainly been painful. The one big thing that they did do, though, is recently announce a special dividend. So I'm not super surprised to see this bump up. But where Yahoo got their bullish projection was over here in chart events. So if we click view all chart patterns, and let's do something a little more short term, let's do year to date. And this is where you get to see how the algorithm has identified Rocket as possibly one to outperform from a technical standpoint. So you have all of these events, these green events here that you can cycle over, or excuse me, scroll over, and then they'll give you the rationale behind it. So if price crosses moving average, you hit it here, and it just tells you, right? This was on February 28th. Volume was here, close price was here. The price is generally in an established trend for the time horizon represented by the moving average period. And these are exactly the type of events you get, and they're built right into Yahoo Finance charts, and you can toggle them as much as you want, and you can also bring down these events to identify more, stock splits, things like that. There's a ton of stuff in here depending on how you want to view your charts. All right, another sort of hidden gem for finding hot stock ideas, stocks with a lot of momentum, is just using, basically the Yahoo Stock Screener, right? And there's a couple ways to look at it. They have these pre-built screeners right here. And I tend to look at most actives each day just to get a feel for, which stocks are trending. Again, I typically sort by market cap because I want to take out penny stocks and stuff like that. No surprise that the top of this list, Apple, Microsoft, you can tell who's an outlier. This is probably normal trading volume to some extent for Apple, Microsoft, Tesla, Nvidia. But we want to go down here and identify two things which are built right in, right? We want to see the percentage change in price, try to get a feel for which stocks are really trending. And it looks like Shell's in here. Again, another energy trade, which is super popular right now. And you can take a look at the 52-week range, try to figure out, why is Shell trading in the most actives today? Is there something there that you should be aware of? Now, going back to the screeners, I also like the gainers and losers screener. I think it's a good way to sort of summarize what's going on in the market once you get after open. And here we see who's on top from a market cap perspective. You got Chevron, Pfizer, BHP, Shell, Oracle, Wells Fargo. So if we would have looked at this gainers and losers on any given day in 2020 or 2021, there would be a ton of technology on here, a ton of FANG, etc. And now we're seeing, Chevron come in, Wells Fargo, Intel, more conservative plays as the, environment has changed dramatically with the pressures that are in the world right now. And of course, the flip side to gainers is the losers. Hopefully we don't see any of our stocks in here. Again, I'm going to want to sort by market cap, get the pennies out of there. And then you've got Alibaba, which has struggled, right? And now Alibaba is close to a 100, 52-week low. They're not quite there yet. Rolls-Royce, it is a penny stock, but believe it or not, that one has insane volume and an insane market cap. I don't know why they chopped up their shares into 6 gazillion pieces, but that's a topic for another day. And then you got Shopify. Shopify coming down close to its 52-week range. So if you're a value type investor or you like it when stocks go down and offer perhaps a great time to get in, the losers page is a great screener to look at to kind of uncover deals that most people aren't talking about. All right, guys, so those are several cool tools that you can use to find hot stock ideas in Yahoo Finance Plus. Don't forget to look down in the description, take advantage of the free trial, and then you get 40% off your first month. So very affordable way to jump in and try to play around with these a little bit and get some new angles for your investment research. Thanks again to Yahoo Finance Plus for sponsoring this video. And of course, if you liked it, please give the video a like, share with your friends, subscribe to the channel. Really appreciate your support. We'll see you on the next video.